Today we're going to walk through your Zywave portal and show you how this powerful platform can save your business thousands of dollars in human resources support, safety training, and compliance management, all included as part of your insurance relationship with our agency at no additional cost. So let's begin on your home dashboard. On your home dashboard overview, there's a quick snapshot view. And when you log in, the first thing you'll see is the dashboard. At the top is your inbox, which provides real-time updates on changes in employment laws and regulations in your state or multiple states if you operate across state lines. Instead of hiring outside HR consultants to track legislative updates, your portal keeps you informed automatically. Applications and compliance tools. Well, if you have benefits through us, you can have everything from health benefits, compliance calendars, to OSHA logs. It will keep all of that information here in the corner. You'll have an HR hotline access. This allows you to submit urgent HR questions directly to employment law professionals. Your questions and the legal guidance provided are stored in a centralized location for future reference, and it's specific to you. It is not shared with any other entity, including our office. We cannot see what you've got in your documentation. And it will help you create documented support and add legal protection for your business. The next box over here is your Learning Management System, or LMS overview. And basically, you'll be able to assign safety training, California sexual harassment training, assault and battery training, all through this portal, and be able to manage who is past due, who has open assignments, and who has completed assignments. And with one click, you can notify them that they have a assignment that's past due, or you can allow the system to do it simply by choosing the employee and clicking on it and hit view employee and reassign it to them. So it's a very helpful tool. Smart Content is going to pull content that is specific to your industry and your state or states of operations. You're not searching blindly. The system delivers relevant content directly to you. And at the bottom are hot buttons that you can quickly go to if you want just information, let's say on safety. And our screen's going to look a little bit different because we have all different industries in ours and all the different states. But it will be specific to your industry. So if you happen to be in construction, it will only pull up information regarding construction. So on the left, after you've reviewed these hot buttons here, on the left is different categories that are going to be helpful and allow you to access navigation menu. So shared with you is a section that contains documents and resources that our agency has specifically shared with you, okay? And then content library gives you searchable access to a comprehensive database of HR and safety materials, including discipline and termination, employee benefits, forms and policies, human resources, recruitment and training, reference centers, safety, state laws, and wellness. So pretty much anything you want to search on, you can pull up. Guide to outdoor heat and illness prevention training, heat and illness prevention policy plan, and they will all be specific to your business. So this is a very helpful content library to be able to search through. This replaces the need to purchase expensive HR manuals or legal templates because this is kept up daily and everything is up to date based upon your state, your industry. The next box you'll see over here is HR apps. And in the HR apps, you can create job descriptions, do an employee cost calculator, an HR self-assessment tool, in-person interview question builder, performance review builder, phone interview question rebuilder, sample job descriptions, and a total compensation statement. So it's very helpful in with HR putting those items together. The next item you have is compliance apps, and that can be a lot of different things. There's ACA reporting tools. If you're an employer that is required to offer group health insurance, this helps you report at the end of the year your filings. There's a compliance poster builder, a federal poster builder, Family Medical Leave Act advisor. You can ask it questions and it will determine what your rules apply to you. Multi-state law comparison tool and web accessibility tool. So these are all very helpful tools. Then your notices here, you might have, if you, for example, have a group health plan and you terminate somebody, this will help you generate a COBRA notice to them. It will also help you compile compliance notice builders, and then a health plan compliance calendar as well. The next category is the learning management system tool. This is probably the most popular tool we have. This is where all your safety and compliance training courses are housed. You can send training in English or Spanish, deliver courses directly to employees' smartphones or email, and you can track their completion in real time. How it works, the first thing you want to do is you want to choose group management, and you would choose different categories. So you can have categories that are set up for management, for owners, for regular employees, and we also recommend setting up employee Spanish, because if you have it as employee Spanish, anybody that prefers the correspondence or training in Spanish, you will know immediately that those are the employees that you want the courses in Spanish for. So in the course catalog here, it has everything from accident investigation, active shooter training, adjusting workstations, which is ergonomics, AI in the workplace, acceptable use of generative AI, anti-bullying training, avoiding conflict. There are hundreds of courses here. Construction safety, workplace harassment and violence training, which is required by California. You have OSHA compliance. There's literally hundreds of different training things. And you can preview the course if you want to see the video. And then you can, so you have your course management, you have your employee management where you input your employee, their name, their email, and then you'll indicate whether they're active, what employee group they belong to, and if you terminate them, you would make them inactive, but it will help you in things. And all I need to do if I want to send a training is I can choose a course and then hit training and send it off to my different employees all in a matter of minute. So management receives different training than regular employees, so that's important why you need to categorize your employees. So let's see here. Then your next category down here is handbooks. This is where you will compile your employee handbook tailored to your operations, your policies, and your state-specific requirements. So depending on your state and what industry you're in, it will develop the handbook by hitting this Build New Handbook here. And you can update it annually or make changes to it, or ask it to ask you when to update your manual. For example, if you're mid-year and all of a sudden there's a new law that comes out July 1st, it will ask you, would you like to include this in your handbook? And you would just simply say yes and approve it, and it becomes part of your employee handbook that you can print out. And let me go back here. And then you have your OSHA log. So if somebody is injured at your location, this OSHA log comes in very handy. has an advisor here that basically you will ask it. It will ask you a series of questions, and it will tell you whether it needs to be reported to OSHA or not. And you'll just simply go through the advisor and answer the questions. And based upon the answers you did, it will tell you on whether you need to. Based on our guidelines, you don't need to record this incident. But if you answered a question where it says you need to report it, you would just record the incident here, and then it goes onto your form. At the end of the year, you would just hit print, and everything that you reported during the year would be on that form. The next section we have is the HR Hotline. That's probably another one of our most popular. And under the HR Hotline tab, you can have questions that you've asked before. So if I have a sticky employment question I need to ask, I would just click the Ask Question button. You would give it a subject matter. You'd put your question here in detail, what state you're in and the number of employees you have, and you'd submit your question, and it will be sent to a employment law firm who will respond. And then once they've responded, all of your questions will be stored here for you to refer back on anytime you want. So that's a very helpful tool and helps eliminate employment law cases or suits against you, and you can get clear guidance from a professional. In the help button, if you're having any issues with your portal, this is where you can go to get support. And it has all kinds of material you can ask questions and pull it up yourself, or you can contact support. The bottom is the settings, and that's where you're going to choose the different topics that you want to be kept aware of. A lot of people check them all. And then what state you're in and what industry you're in. So depending on whether you're construction, restaurant, retail, trade, service industry, wholesale, you'll indicate the industries here, and then you'll hit save. And if you hit subscribe, that's when you're going to get an email notification anytime there's a new topic that comes out. So you'll hit save, and then you'll be set up for your specific industry, your state. So all of these tools, HR support, compliance tracking, legal guidance, training systems, OSHA reporting, and handbook building are provided to you at no additional cost. Businesses routinely spend thousands of dollars annually on HR consultants, compliance attorneys, training platforms, OSHA advisors. Your client portal consolidates all of these services into one centralized system, helping you control costs while maintaining compliance. If you have any questions about our client portal or would like assistance setting it up for your business, please contact our office at 877-898-9333. We're here to help you maximize the full value of this powerful platform.